Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, the plan today was to get up early and go out to the garage. Well, it was still cool, so I didn't have to have the fan running, because in the last video I noticed that it was just terrible background noise. And that didn't happen. I didn't get up early, probably 9 o'clock or so, and it's starting to get warm. So I'm going to try and get as much done as I can without sweating to death or anything. Now the only thing that I have to worry about background noises. Whatever bug that is that lives in my neighbor's plants, it's super annoying, makes that buzzing sound all day long. So if you're new to the channel and want to get caught up, go back and check my older videos. But if you don't want to do that, basically I am building this 92 S10 into a street strip truck. Heavy emphasis on the strip. So like I said in my older videos, I started to disassemble a Junkyard 5.3 to get it ready for turbo. I got a bunch of engine parts ordered. Some of them are showing up slowly. So pretty soon I'll be getting back onto that. But in the meantime, I'm going to get this interior gutted out. I've already got the dash pulled out and stuff. I'll show a little bit of that in a second. But the reason that I'm pulling the interior out is, one, it was already partially tore out when I got the truck. There's no carpet. The dash was pretty much unbolted. All of the cluster, everything else had been pulled out of it because the guy was getting ready to fix the interior, I guess, and make this truck a little bit nicer inside. The reason I'm pulling it out is because I have a roll cage. I got this roll cage from Summit Racing. It's a company by Moroso. Oh, there it is. It's a competition engineering 10-point roll cage. I got that from Summit Racing. It was like 350 bucks or something like that. I figured for that price, it wasn't even worth it for me to go to the steel yard, buy the tube, bend the tube, notch the tube, and everything, when that should just go right in, no problem. There's still a little bit of trimming left. You got to trim the bars to the right length, the hoop and all that, but all of the guesswork is taken out of the angles and the bending and shape and all that, so that should go together real easy. But yeah, what else? We'll see how much time I have left in the day. Whoa. But maybe start ripping this 4-cylinder and manual trans out too. I don't know if I'll get to that yet, but we'll see, so stay tuned. I don't know, maybe I'll just set this seat up in the garage. It's kind of nice. Alright, back to work. Here's the dash. I pulled this out last night. Full wire harness, everything with it. I plan on rewiring this truck with just a simple like 12 circuit wire harness, but little rat's nest of an alarm. So the interior on this truck came out way faster than I thought it would, since everything was already loose. Before I start doing the cage, I got to do a little bit of reading and figure out, you know, the proper way of doing it. I've never put a roll cage in anything, especially anything that needed to be, you know, tech inspected. So I got to do some research, figure out all the how-tos on putting the roll cage in, you know, through the floor, attach it to the frame, stuff like that. So I think now I'm gonna start getting ready to pull this engine and trans out. I don't know what else I can do, so I gotta keep moving forward on this while I can. So let's do it. Helps if you take all the screws out. I think that's the last one. Famous last words. God, I'm an idiot. Okay, now all the screws are out. So what I'm doing here is I'm just sucking out as much as the coolant as I can into this little evacuator that I have. That way it eliminates the mess on the floor. That, and I also don't have any other bucket to drain coolant into right now. Alright, so I think I've got everything that I need to unhooked up here away from the motor. I've got the radiator out, I've got the fuel lines disconnected, the wire harness pulled and laid across the engine, coolant hoses, AC lines. There wasn't any refrigerant in the AC system, so that's pretty cool. I didn't have to worry about, you know, going and getting that evacuated, or let's face it, the way we all do it is just let it go into the atmosphere. But the last thing that I need to unhook up here is the throttle cable, and when I went to disconnect it and I saw this cool little gadget, I thought it was pretty cool. The cable comes out from here, runs around over to here to this cam that changes the direction to make it go sideways. I thought that was kind of cool. Little gadgetry that GM came up with. I'm sure a lot of cars have it that are straight line or inline configuration with the carburetor or throttle body, in this case, off to the side, and the linkage. I don't know, most people I would think would just run it across here and make a bracket, but GM had to, you know, obviously complicate it and do that with that little cam or cog or whatever the hell you want to call it. But yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, I'll get that disconnected, and then I'm gonna go underneath the truck. I gotta do the exhaust, the drive line, motor mounts, and then should be ready to pull this thing out. Not enough to grab it. Alright, well, screw it. When all else fails, just cut it. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to these exhaust bolts, so I may be cutting that too. We'll see. I can get to one of them, but can I get it to break loose? Oh, there we go. I really think that this engine was just replaced in this truck, because I mean, the oil pan is still glossy black, and a lot of the bolts are either finger tight backing out or not even started at all. So trying to figure out this vehicle's history as I work on it. Some of it makes it seem like whoever owned this truck really loved it and wanted to take care of it. And then other stuff that I find on it, it's like total mini trucker. So I don't know what to believe. But now it's going to be a race truck. Ah, almost got that in the face. Now the other one. Yeah, right. Maybe if I get way up in there. That was brake fluid right in my mouth. Whose idea was it to cut the clutch line? Honestly. Oh, right where I'm gonna lay. Good one, Robbie. Freaking idiot. Alright, time to regroup. Alright, so if my calculations are correct, the engine and trans are ready to come out. This always happens. The engine hoist is as wide as my jack stands. Well, guess I'll resituate those. still got a ways to go. So I gotta lower the truck down so that I can clear. And also, there's a murder scene underneath my truck. Like a dummy, I didn't drain the transmission. And I didn't think a manual transmission would leak that much fluid out the tail shaft, but I'm wrong. Oh man. My landlord's gonna be pissed. I am so mad at myself right now. Not only is it a huge mess, but my garage smells like gear oil now. Oh well. Well, see you on the next one. Peace. So stupid. God.